bleeding heart liberals. Time to dispense some justice.
Right, to start with, let's clear up a couple of things. Firstly, I'm one of the few people in the world that actually enjoyed the last film version of everyone's favourite hardline lawman. Yeah, it wasn't exactly proper Judge Dredd, but it does have a cheesy appeal to it that I do quite like. Secondly, anyone who says, "Oh look, they remade The Raid," can fuck off now. The Raid entered production a year or so, I think, after Dredd began. Now, I'll admit that the similarity in story is very, very fascinating, but that's all. And thirdly, I saw this film in 2D. There were 3, maybe 4 sequences throughout that made me think, yep, that was for 3D, and all of them added nothing. And because of the distributor limiting 2D availability in order to push this pointless gimmick, I was nearly unable to see this film at the cinema. Fuck 3D. So with all that said, onto the film. The first thing I'm going to say about it is that I truly appreciate this film getting an 18 certificate. In this day and age of having to pander to the youth in order to milk a film for all it's worth, it's refreshing to get a film, or more specifically a science fiction action film, that didn't have to be neutered. I was genuinely beginning to believe we'd never again see films like Starship Troopers or RoboCop, or at least not on the big screen. Which, interestingly, links nicely into the violence. This is a nicely violent film, which one would hope for in a Judge Dredd picture. Very little is left to the imagination. Body parts explode, claret flows, people get capped left, right and centre. It's quite uncompromising and, as I said, is something I greatly appreciate. And the gory spectacle of it all did make me smile. Visually, this film looks great. The guns, the costumes, the effects, they all do their job damn well, creating a good sense of place. Specifically though, there were 2 effect types, if you will, that I particularly enjoyed, or thought were particularly well done. The first was the slow-mo effect. Now, as we all know from the trailer, slow-mo is a drug that makes the brain perceive time 100 times slower than normal. When characters are on slow-mo, it all becomes very, well, obviously slow, but also very stylized. It's not bullet time, and it is a very decent effect. Although, having said that, I do think it was a little overused, and it slowed things down a bit. The second effect type is when Anderson uses her psi abilities. It's not that easy to describe, but the overall effect works brilliantly and it creates a very nice ethereal feeling. Now, on to the bit that most people care about. Karl Urban as Dredd. I like Urban very much as an actor, and I really liked Urban as Dredd. Although Stallone arguably had the better grimace, Urban is certainly more menacing, projecting an air of uncompromising brutality that works perfectly for Dredd. There was one moment in particular that I obviously will not spoil, that was excellently constructed and was probably the most utterly badass thing I've ever seen on a cinema screen. For the rest of the cast, Olivia Thirlby is excellent as rookie Judge Anderson. In many ways, this is her story more so than it is Dredd's, because of the 2 main characters, she's the only one to go through any sort of character development. Dredd is Dredd from start to finish, but Anderson goes from uncertain rookie to uncompromising arbiter of the law, albeit retaining her compassion. But it's not a sudden change, and Thirlby does a great job of showing that change over the course of the film. Lena Headey is also nicely psychotic as Mama, giving a good sense of don't give a fuck insanity. The film moves at a pretty decent pace, and as a slight callback to what I was saying about the action, I appreciated that there were minimal pauses for plot development before launching into another round of violence. I genuinely do not have many criticisms of this film. The cast great, the effects worked well, the violence made me grin like the sick puppy I am. This is a nicely brutal, action-packed Judge Dredd movie. What more can I say, and frankly, what more could someone ask for?
Hey guys, so today I'll be showing you the bloopers of my first sequence, which is the Raw Torque Redline sequence. So wait, let me see if I have time. Okay, so let's go. Wait. Okay. So you think All-in-All by itself is good for you. But after a microscopic examination, I found that... Oh, come on! What was it again? Oh, anywho. Okay, replay now. How about him? Does he have it? Yes, he died. Now let me go. I'm hungry. The oil is now heating, dramatically expanding, causing the engine parts to break and... Why do I keep on forgetting Professor Z lyrics? Huh? You will find the second agent and kill him. Oh, come on, cut. Cut, I said!